Hey guys, I'm Mia Magick. We've talked a lot about witches and what it means to be one. If you caught our first episode of Making Modern Magic, I told you the original word for witch just meant wise. To be a witch is really just to use the innate and inherent wisdom within ourselves in order to live our best life. These are 5 signs that you're a witch, and really men and women all over the world are waking up to their innate wisdom, so we're all witches if we want to be. Magic is about you. It's about what you bring to it, your energy, your intention. So if these things are happening to you, you are being invited forward by the magic into the wizarding world. Number 1 sign that you're a witch. You feel really drawn to nature. Historically, human beings have had a very profound relationship with the natural world and with animals. So I always like to look up the medicine of each animal when one crosses my path. I love to use shamanicjourney.com. This woman, Ina Wilcott, just does it for me with all of the dolphin and the whale and the bear and especially the fox medicine, which is like a tantrika hiding in plain sight. Trees, plants, flowers, animals can give you such deep wisdom. You understand that they just have a different intelligence that we do, and it doesn't matter if your friends think you're weird. They can guide you, help you remember to ground, to connect with the earth. I did a whole video on herb magic, so you can check out some of my favorite herbs to add into spells or make lotions and potions. Herbs were used for healing of all kinds, for bad dreams, for skin irritations, for coughs and flus. An innate attraction to all things of the natural world means that you're definitely a witch. You even feel drawn to crystals because crystals have a living frequency. They aren't just rocks, they're an integral part in sending radio signals. So crystals are sending signals to us whenever we interact with them. They can be transmitters for us too. Find the crystals that speak to you and you will intuitively know what they're meant to do. The second sign in how to know that you're a witch. You love to make and do things with your hands, whether that's gardening or cooking or connecting with people, healing or crafting. Once upon a time, before we had phones and Amazon Prime and Etsy, we had to make everything ourselves. We didn't go to the grocery store, we planted our food and traded with our neighbors and then made it ourselves. We made our own clothing. Maybe you would go out and hunt a rabbit and then skin it and use the fur for gloves and the bones for the needles to make the gloves and then eat the meat in stew. Waste is a recent construct. When we're in the womb, our arms actually sprout out of our hearts, so our hands are just an extension of our heart. Focusing your healing energy on someone or something can be one of the most profound ways to use your hands and is such a beautiful sign that you're a witch. This has been part of our human life since the beginning of our species. It's just wisdom that has been forgotten in modern society. The third sign that you're a witch, your intuition is coming on strong. It's starting to get louder and louder, and when you don't listen, the consequences are getting greater. That's normal. It's the wisdom coming online within you. Trust me. Just start to listen. The fourth sign that you're a witch is that you feel connected to the earth as a living being, as a goddess, as the mother, and to the stars. You recognize the beauty and the blessings of what we receive from the earth, but you also know that there's something more going on out there. Before the internet, the stars were our nightly entertainment, or we would sit by the fire telling stories. This is how information and wisdom was passed along. You can also sit and meditate with one particular star in your vision, and it will send messages to you. They just communicate in a unique way. Astrology is an ancient practice that was used to help us commune with those planetary energies and live our best lives. The earth and the stars are also our elders. They have come before us. They have lived much longer than we have. And so receiving their energy, their wisdom is a really beautiful way to activate it within yourself. The last sign that you're a witch is you desire deep connections with people, with the earth, with the animals, with the world around you. A deep desire for deep connection. You're over the surface level shit. You're tired of the story that the Matrix has sold you, telling you who and what you're supposed to be. It's like, no thanks, thumbs down, swipe left. You really want to deepen your connection to the earth, to your innate wisdom, to yourself and your inner knowing. This is what the process of waking up is all about. And to be a witch is just to be living a life utilizing wisdom to guide you. Make sure you check out my new show, Making Modern Magic, all about bringing the wizarding world to the real world.